Hey guys, Rock here. It is March 27th, 2022. Today I got a 2012 Polaris Razor 800 high output. This is kind of a, I don't know if it's a limited edition. It's one of the painted plastics anyways. It's a Razor S, that's right. So 60-inch with Fox shocks. It does not have power steering, but that's okay. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at this thing, and then we'll give her a quick test ride here. Got the original Bighorn tires on it. But, yeah, no, not a bad machine. But yeah, anyways, let's hop in this thing and try her out. Alright, so we'll hop in here, and typical Polaris, it's got your ignition's right on the key switch. You turn it once, let the fuel pump cycle, and then you turn it again to start her right up. This machine's got a little, all these 800s have a little tick to them, but this one's a little noisier than some of them, so I don't know if it's got a little piston slap going on or what, but I have to check that out some other time. You got your rocker switch, two-wheel drive, all-wheel drive. We'll see how she goes in two-wheel here. And yeah, it's warmed up enough. Yeah, pretty smooth. This machine does not have the power steering, but it still goes pretty good. 60-inch wide, Fox suspension, so it rides pretty nice. It can be adjusted to, however you like it. Right now it's kind of set up very stiff to get the clearance, ground clearance. So the preloads are cranked way down. Yeah. That's right, we're gonna have to try to get up this, so I need her in low range, all-wheel drive, and test out that system. I have broke this up a little bit here, so it might not be too bad now. Oh, she made it right up. Oh. We'll get it in low range. I'll put this on the tack. Let's see. This thing's got 1,500 miles on it. So, yeah, low range right there. You're almost redlining around 20-25 miles an hour, so low range is very low. So I'd suggest using high for most of your travels, unless you're going under 20, like I said. But even at 20, it's gonna be better for the motor and stuff if you're running it high. But these Bighorn tires do pretty good, but this is very slick. Yeah, it's kind of wet snow we just got. I think it's around 30 degrees today, so it's at 32. It's right on the border anyways, but it is still snowing, so definitely gonna want it in low range. That's the one thing about climbing up stuff, doing some of these trails there. All my machines that I'm trying out, they're all a little different as far as the dimensions, so you want to take different routes and stuff. This is 60-inch. This is quite a bit bigger than an ATV. I'm gonna wipe that camera off because it probably gets some snow and water on it. But yeah, what I was saying is, like, an ATV is very narrow, and like my Razor trail I've tried out, and some of the 50-inch trails are, you know, that's 50 inch, so this is 60, so you're another 10 inches wider. Most of the trails around here, legal trails, are not limited to any, well, they're limited to 72, so you can ride the big Razor XP, but if you were limited to a 50-inch trail, you kind of have no choice but to get them. And they do go in and out of trails real nice, whereas this thing, you know, it's a little bit bigger, not much. It's mainly just wider than the trail. Like my XP Turbo I had, that thing was huge. Fun machine. I mean, you could you really never bottom the thing out at all. Ride as hard as you want, but you do sacrifice the maneuverability, you know, as this thing, or trail anyways. But so 800cc, it's really only a 760 inline twin. This Polaris 800 motor's been out for a long time. Been using it in ATVs, and it was the first motor they had in there side by side the Razor. So it's proven to be a good power plant for these things. It's got a lot of low end grunt. However, it's definitely not a high horsepower engine. I mean, well, yeah, it's not high horsepower or high RPM. It's push rod design, and you know, I think 7,300 RPMs is where you're tacking out on this. You really don't have a ton of horsepower up there. It's mainly all in the, you know, 5,000 RPM range. That's where this thing shines. And most of your trails, you know, you're not going to be doing 60 miles an hour anyways. But yeah, well, we'll turn around right here. As you can see, I already got some tracks. I took a video once today and my audio was all screwed up, so I'm gonna do this again. But yeah, for the most part, these motors are real reliable, and they're just good machines. Well, I'm gonna try to do a top speed run earlier. I know the road was kind of soupy. It looks like I got a little more dirt on it now, so I might be able to get up there, but I was kind of all over the place the last time I tried this, so we'll see. But yeah, we'll see how she does. So this machine, as you can see, I let go of the gas. It just freewheels. There's no engine braking. I don't think any of the Razor 800s have engine braking. Maybe the Walker Evans edition, the XC model. I'm not sure. I know my trails never did, and this doesn't. So like I was saying, no power steering. However, you know, it's really not that bad. It turns nice, especially in the snow. You probably don't even notice too much of a difference between power steering and non-power steering. It's mainly, say you come to a stop here, we'll stop, and you know, you get a little bit of resistance. It's not bad, manageable, but as soon as you start going, that resistance goes away. So the big thing with the EPS models, like when you're on a bunch of uneven terrain or rocks and stuff, you know, you hit them pretty good, and the steering wheel is going to want to jerk this thing. With a non-EPS model, the power steering soaks up a lot of that, and so you don't notice it at all, which is nice. But you can, you know, the power steering models fetch more money. This you can pick up cheaper, so it all depends on your budget. There's nothing wrong with this machine. It goes good, rides nice. It's big, but it's not overly big. Oh, that's right. What am I talking about? I think I said 72-inch for the trails around here. That's not true. They're 64-inch, like my XP. Yeah, I got that a little mixed up. But so this is 60-inch wide, XP 64. There is some 72-inch models out there, but they're mainly, I call them desert rigs. I wouldn't use them around here. Some people do, but it would be nice to have engine braking. I like engine braking on everything. The all-wheel drive system on this thing works flawlessly. And really, any of the Polaris all-wheel drive, you don't even notice it's in all-wheel drive when you're turning, because the only time the front wheels kick in or when the back wheels start spinning a little bit, and then the front wheels will kick in. So say I come around this and hammer on it, you do feel a little resistance there, but on normal turning and normal going, you don't feel it at all. So you can literally run this thing in all-wheel drive all the time, and it's, you know, it's made to do that. I take it out because it's fun to have it in two-wheel drive and do some donuts here and there. But alright, so we're gonna come out here. I will see if I can do a top speed run. I know on my trails I can do 60 miles an hour. The S model might be able to do more, I'm not sure, but this is pegged right here to the floor. Obviously we got a little snow, the ground's soft, so it's not you know, we're gonna be able to have more top speed with a hard packed road, but we'll see what she can do on the way up. Dead stop, as you can see, good low wind power, gets right up to 40 very quick. And we're about 6,200 RPMs. Yeah, it's a little too slick. I don't want to lose this thing. It's one thing that does hurt you with this type of all-wheel drive system is, say you're hammering on it and you're in all-wheel drive, all four tires are spinning where they have traction, and on this snow where you have no traction, you let go of the gas and your rear wheels, your front wheels have no power at all, so they basically freewheel, and your back ones are going to want to slow down a little bit. Even without engine braking, they're going to want to slow down because of the clutch, and you know, the engine's trying to slow it down, and that's what happened back there, is kind of swung my ass end out, and it can put you in a dangerous situation. So you got to watch that. But it was all, I'm not flooring it, it was all unthawed here yesterday, and you know, the mud kind of put some ruts in here and stuff, so I'm not going to be able to do the top speed run like I thought I was gonna, but you can kind of get a picture of what it's going to do. Like I said, I think around 60, maybe 65. I will get onto it right here, and we'll see what we can do across the field. Bighorn tires do work pretty well. They get good traction. Yeah, if I can get my glove on here, this is still floored. There it is. I think, I don't know, 45, 50 right there, but it's got more than that to it. It's a fun machine, for sure. But yeah. So we'll call that good, throw her back in park, shut her down, and that's that. Wished I could do a little bit more test run, but we're kind of in a bad season right now. So, but anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Check out some of my other stuff. All right.